Hello, everyone. Welcome to Try Stuff. This is episode 6. My name is Tyson Villeneuve. I'm programmer for Sunset of Lievnos, and I'm here with Erika.
That's right. I'm Erika, and I am the artist, illustrator / idea person.
We're going to have to figure out a nice little...
I know. I need a better title.
a little, what do you would call it, call sign or something like that.
Yeah.
So today, I want to talk to you about a little topic that is actually curious to me. So as some of you may know who have been watching for a little while, Erika is not the biggest gamer in the world, but she has experienced some things to some extent. And that extent is curious to me because I really don't know. So my question to you is, what is your experience in gaming? And is there anything that you're playing now, or what exactly? Well, let's get to that part in a little bit. But what kind of things you're interested in?
It's pretty limited.
Okay.
It definitely is.
So let's go back. What was your first what was the first game you've ever played?
Well, we had like the NES and we had the Super NES, and when I was growing up, so my brother and I would play that. Just for fun.
Do you remember any particular game?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I wasn't very adventurous, so I pretty much just played Mario and Mario Kart and Mega Man.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had a Game Boy too, so we had like Tetris and all those regular ones.
Right.
So, but I mean, it wasn't something that I was so interested in that it was like the focus of my spare time.
So you would sit down and just play for whatever, a few minutes without, have you ever actually like wrapped one of those games or like put enough hours into it to say that you actually like understood the game entirely?
When I was a kid, no, I didn't. No. I got... Like I have the Nintendo 64, and I mainly bought that because I liked Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
So I have played the Legend of Zelda games.
So the
front
Ocarina
to
of
back.
Time, is that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So because those are the ones I enjoyed.
Okay.
And at that particular moment in my life, I had some time to burn.
Okay.
So those are the ones that I played. But other than Mario Kart and actually, I think it's pretty much just that. I think it's Mario Land and The Legend of Zelda and Mario Kart.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it, yeah.
So you mentioned N64. Did you ever play anything like on GameCube or Xbox or PS3?
No, I really haven't. Recently? I mean, literally the last time I played was I played for myself was Majora's Mask.
Okay.
That was the last time. And in between then and now, it's pretty much, I think I can probably say twice I've been in a social situation where video games were involved.
Okay.
And I think we played Halo and Call of Duty, I think.
Okay.
But that really was
very fleeting.
It was really fleeting, yeah.
So have you played anything like maybe more in the casual space, like any Facebook games or PC games like that, or anything on your phone or tablet?
No.
Really?
No. I'm so pathetic when it comes to games. I guess for me, the thing about video games is I know that if I get involved and I get really interested, then that's the thing I'm going to want to do with my spare time. And I have so many other things that I should be doing with my spare time.
Understandable.
That's more constructive, that sort of builds, more skills in other areas. So it's really, really difficult for me to allow myself the time. I mean, I haven't read a book. Like literally, I have not read a book in 2 years.
Oh man!
And I used to read a book every day.
Yeah.
There was a time when I could literally read a book from start to finish in a day, and I haven't read a book in 2 years.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, life just gets busy.
It does, and there's only so many hours in the day, and I find that if I it's good. Like there are times when I, kind of have to force myself or allow myself to take that time to just do one thing.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if I, can't multitask something, then I'm just not going to do it, because it's really like, even television. Like I don't just watch TV.
Yeah.
Like if I'm watching TV, I'm also doing something else.
Yeah.
So like there are very rare instances, like Game of Thrones maybe is probably the only one that I'll sit down and watch as it's happening. And but generally speaking, I just can't allow myself the time to do that because I have, deadlines.
Yeah.
So, and I work, pretty much full-time hours.
Yeah.
So there's really limited time.
Yeah,
there.
no, I totally understand that. I mean, I love games, but it's the same thing. I don't get to play many of them. And when I do play a game, it's like I'll buy a game and play it for an hour or two, and then I'm done with it. And it's not because I don't necessarily like it. It's just there's not enough time for it all. And I am conscious about how much time I'm spending doing things that aren't productive. Although I do like to make sure that I've balanced it a little bit. So
there's definitely something to be said for things you can do in a social situation, right? And I find that I am more apt to get involved in those recreational activities if it's in a social setting, because I've already allowed myself that time.
Right.
So so I'm more likely to participate in things like that. But if it's just on my own downtime, then it's probably not going to happen, which is, pretty much why most of my social interaction happens at the movie theater, or playing board games or things like of that nature.
So let me ask you maybe a two-part question. When you were playing games, what kind of games did you like? Like what kind of things drew you? And you said Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was it about Zelda that?
Because I'm a visual person, right? So I love games that are really conscious of building a really interesting visual environment. And personally, I'm just more drawn to things that have a fantasy or historical aspect to them. So every time I see a trailer for any of these new games that are really fantasy based, I'm really super attracted to it. And I think to myself,
there are some things out now that I'm pretty sure you would really like.
I'm sure there are things that I would really love.
And there's some neat games. What was it called now? I think it was called The Path. And it was hardly a game even. I mean, it was more of the creators, they always try and kind of push the boundaries of what a game is. And it was really more of an experience. Like there was no like combat or collecting things, and it was a take on Red Riding Hood. And you're given a path, and the only thing the game says is don't stray from the path.
That's
so
really
obviously
interesting.
You do that immediately, and just the stuff you find in the woods and it's very ethereal and
that's
shadowy.
The other thing. I mean, that's the other thing that really attracts me to most games is I think it's just they come sort of jointly. Is the games that have more of a story aspect to it are usually more fantasy or historically based, right? So and that's what really attracts me as well is that story. So so those anytime of a quest game, I'm like really interested in that.
Now let me ask you this question. This is kind of an extension of that. What would it take if there was somebody was telling you about a game or a feature or you saw a trailer, what would it take for you to say that looks so cool, I actually think I need to play that?
I have no idea. I really don't. I honestly don't know, because I think I'm so far gone at this point that I just wouldn't even entertain that idea, right? Like there wouldn't because there are lots of things that I've seen that I'm like, wow, that looks really amazing, and I just don't entertain it. I mean, I have things that I spend my time and my money on, and that's just not one of them. So it's like adding a new hobby, right? It's basically like making the decision to add a new hobby. and how many hobbies do I need? Like there's lots of things. Like I started knitting at one point because I thought that would be really fun and relaxing, and then I'd have cool scarves and stuff. But I gave up on that so quickly because first of all, it takes so much time. And secondly, again, it was just like, how many hobbies do I need? How many things do I need to occupy my time? So I mean, I would pick sleeping over most things at this point. I would literally be like, could I be doing this until 4 o'clock in the morning, or could I be sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll choose sleeping.
Will you be playing our game?
Probably not. So
That's awful.
I feel
Just
so
awful.
horrible. Is that terrible?
That is terrible.
It is so terrible. I would love to play our game.
You pretty
Let me
much,
just
you know
say
what though?
this.
You actually have to
I
some
do,
degree.
yes.
Maybe not like get it so invested that you need to,
Yeah.
you know, wrap it and complete all the stuff.
How about
but
this?
if you don't see how the elements work,
I would love to watch somebody play this game.
you still need to see how the
I
elements
know,
work, right?
I know, I'm so bad. I'm
and
so bad.
it's easy access because it runs on just about any kind of computer.
Yeah.
And you don't need to buy hardware. You don't need to buy a new system or anything like that. So.
Yeah, I guess for me, because it's a personal project, it's different,
it is different,
right? Because
for sure.
because even when you are investing time into the gameplay of that, it's a totally different attitude.
Sure.
Because for me, it would be more about learning more about our project, right? And being able to represent our project and actually be able to answer questions about our project.
And that's the other thing too.
Things like that, right? So really that would be a huge motivator for me, and I wouldn't consider that. I would consider that work time.
Yeah, because you're going to need to be able to. You're going to need to be able to plug it and answer the questions from anyone who asks and that kind of thing. So. Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's totally different. It's a totally different attitude with that, and yeah, and obviously, I would just be happy to see how it all works and to agonize over how bad or good I think the artwork is. Right? It's like, yeah, because we're our own worst critics.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Anyway, yeah.
So there you have it, Erika. Not a complete gaming newbie, but left the hobby a little while ago.
Let me just, I think that's a good way to say it. Let's just say that I am. What is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
It's not inexperienced. It's because I just haven't done it for a while. I'm out of touch.
Out of touch. That's a good
that's
one.
right.
So if there's any game that you think Erika needs to play,
don't do it.
Needs to
really
play.
Don't
Let us in the
anything.
comments.
Nothing.
Keep in mind all her prerequisites: short, artistic, story, and let her know.
Yeah, if I can play it in half an hour, I'm all over that.
There you go. You know what? There are games that are quick experiences like that.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
So if you know something that fits the bill, fire us a message. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.